Why am I whispering? I don't know. It may be because I just snuck into a room to go live after attending the panel at Star Wars Celebration and watching footage from the new Disney Plus show, The Mandalorian. Y'all, Justin, hey, y'all, I just gotta love you too, Justin. I just gotta tell you, and I'm not staying too long, but I have to tell you about this show. I mean, y'all know I love me some Star Wars and stuff. This is gonna be the live action show, The Mandalorian, that's on Disney Plus, and they even gave a date. It comes out November 12th. Oh my God, it's so good. Hey, it's so good. Live action, think live action. Think like Western feel. That's what they kept saying on the panel. They're like, it has a little Western feel. It has a little samurai feel. It's a show with all new characters. So if you never like watch any Star Wars, which if you haven't watched it, you're a little crazy anyway. But if you haven't watched any Star Wars, you don't have to know like the backstories, you're right? New characters, new story. They said it happens like the time period is 5 years after Return of the Jedi. And it's about the Mandalorian, who's kind of a bounty hunter, played by, what is his name? Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal, who was, hello, Game of Thrones tonight. He was totally in there, killed off. So he had an opening. I guess I never seen Into the Badlands, but it's a live action type of series because they never really did a live action Star Wars. It was all animated and stuff. So this is going to be live action, and it looks so good. It's like dark and gritty. We saw a whole scene. They showed us a whole scene. It couldn't be live streamed. Nobody else. So we're like the only people in the arena is the ones who saw it. And it starts out. They have the guy who was in Rocky. What's his name? The Apollo from Rocky. He's in it, and he's like the head of all these bounty hunters. And they come up to him, to get jobs and stuff. So it started out him like sitting there. And then here comes the Mandalorian, and they're like going back and forth about jobs and stuff and how much they pay. And Carl Weathers, that's his name. So they're going back and forth like about how much they pay and these jobs he has. And the Mandalorian guy is like, well, that don't even cover like my gas. So you don't have anything else? And then he's like, well, I do have this like top secret, blah, 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 And he's like, I'll take it. And so, but he didn't have much information. He had like these secret codes, and he had to go to this secret room, and he pulls up into this room, and it was totally like, when you're on the ship, it's the and he goes in there full of, well, they had like stormtroopers, and everybody in the place was like, ooh, stormtroopers, like on them, 4 of them. And even stormtroopers was like, we got you 4-1. And he's like, well, I like those odds. Just like pulling, like, that's what I said. They do little things from that make you like little Easter eggs, I guess. And that's what they even say. You don't have to be an old fan to get this, but they put stuff in there where fans that are even 40-year-old fans for 40 years will like pick out little Easter eggs in it and be like, oh, that's from that, and that's from this. So I'll react to some of this, but we're talking about this Star Wars stuff because I'm at Star Wars Celebration. So he pulled up in there, and he's like talking to the guy about this secret, mission to go on. And then he leaves, and they're in like this even where we've never seen like this universe it's in. They were introducing new planets in there. They're introducing new storylines, everything. But like he's walking through stuff, and you're realizing something. Like it was a big scene. Everybody in the place laughed. Everybody in the place laughed because they show them roasting, and I just learned the name of it. A Kowakian monkey lizard. Do y'all know what that is? You will if I explain it. It was that little creepy guy that was with Jabba the Hutt. He looks like a little, and he laughed. He was like, hey. So they put like these little creatures that you like totally would recognize. Then they had like robots fighting and all this stuff, and with the stormtroopers. And one of the robots was like little one that turns like this. What is this? Taika, like Taika was one. What is it? I-88. Y'all know I forget names. TI-88. So then they had him up in there. So they have all these characters from all, and they said they took stuff from Clone Wars, they took stuff from Rebels, they took stuff from the movies, they took stuff from the prequel movies. So, and put it in there as homage to the story, but everything else is new. But it's good. It's dark. It's gritty, and it's going to be great. You know, it's going to be great when the entire audience, y'all, the entire audience, who's filled. I mean, we're where they were pressed, but the rest of it's filled with hardcore fans. They had the costumes. They had a whole section with the Mandalorian helmets. They were fist pumping them. After we saw the footage, the whole place stood up, gave a standing ovation, screaming. That's how, like, so that's how good it was. I was in there. What? It was so good. You will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed with it. And it had that. I was talking with some of the girls after, but it had that Rogue One feel. They said kind of like that Rogue One feel. I felt it like a Western. They're going through the sea and stuff. It's gonna be great. They have, that's why I said Carl Weathers. They have another girl who is like an stormtrooper, ex stormtrooper that plays a big character in there. I forget her name, but she was pretty. Like they showed one scene, her and the Mandalorian going at it, fighting, and she was kicking some butt. Even the stormtroopers, like, were, because in the movies you're just like, oh, there's the stormtroopers. Yeah, they're scary, but what, they can't hit nothing, right? Oh no, they're mean. Like they come up, one of them, this guy comes up and he's like, burn the place, and the one stormtrooper comes up and he just has this fire torch and this fires the whole place. And even the fights, like they had a stormtrooper getting in a fight and this guy punched him and the helmet like flew up and you see blood splash. Y'all not going to be disappointed. Y'all will not. All right, now I gotta go sneak back out because I found a little room just to go live with y'all. I'm gonna write a post about it later. I'm gonna pin it to these comments when I get it up, and then I'm done. We are done at Star Wars Celebration. I'm heading home in all the snow, but I just had to come give y'all the details. Till next time, y'all. Bye.